Welcome to the very first episode of blocPicks. No, this is not using Manumit, even though there's Tom on the little icon, or maybe it's big. It's probably me that's big
I
since
think
I'm the
it
one
switches
talking.
when we
But
talk.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
But yep, there's Tom. Kind of a fitting first person to join on the blocPicks. The way blocPicks is going to work, since this is the first episode, is it's pretty simple. Me and a guest, possibly many guests if their whole band shows up, we're just going to pick some stuff we like. Might be music, might not be music. We'll refine it as we go. Definitely let me know what format you like. If you want things to be just music, that's probably something we can make happen. So Tom, I'm sure many people that are seeing this for the first time on BlockSonic know who you are, but why don't you tell just a little bit about who you are?
I am Tom Ray. I'm in the band Lorenzo's Music, singer and write the songs. We just released a new mixtape called Romcom Mixtape, which is available online, the place where you get your music these days. And I'm also the host of a show called American Bandito, which is me just trying to get to discover art and people that make it here in Madison, Wisconsin, where I'm living.
And you've got another show coming up, or I know you talked about doing one.
Yeah, no, I do actually. It's
Okay,
yeah, it's a podcast that is specifically for Lorenzo's Music. Basically, people that we've sort of the same sort of thing. I'm going to go around and meet other musicians locally here, but then at the same time, I'm also going to be reaching out, or I have been reaching out to different people that have used our music in like gaming videos and independent
nice.
films, and basically realize like they'll send me an email and go, "Hey, I want to use your music for this thing," and I'm like, "Of course you can. Don't be silly. By all means, go do it." And then that's the last time I ever really speak with them, and I'm like, "Well, what? That's dumb. I should talk to them more and communicate with them and go, what's up? That was really cool. Why'd you use our music?" And so that's what I'm doing with that show. And that's going to be coming out possibly in the next month. And that's going to be done in a seasonal sort of setting too. So I just kind of record a bunch, edit them, and then release them over a period of like 13 weeks.
Nice. So I ended up changing up my pick. So I'm going to let you go first in case that you ended up picking the same thing that I decided upon after I changed things, which is unlikely. But
well, and being the first person on this, I'm not entirely sure how this works. So I've just picked something, and I'm sure it's just like whatever. I doubt you have a very regimented like, no, you did it wrong, and now you lose your pick.
Yes. So just so for future guests, might as well address that. Yeah, I think that I mean, a lot of shows, they do, in the tech community anyway, they do like picks at the end, sort of just like, here's a book, here's a TV show, just whatever. And I think that most likely we're going to get a lot of music technology, a lot of music, just because of the types of people that I'm going to have on. But by no means is that what we're limiting it to. And particularly like if it's a book about music, those sorts of things. Super. And like, is one enough? I don't know. Maybe people should pick like a music pick and not a pick. It's I'm on the same boat. I don't really know what's going to work for as far as like timing. I'm going to definitely try to keep them pretty short. So but as we know, from using Manumit days, technology always comes into play.
Yes.
So that adds into the length of the show time. And just for anybody that is watching the video, this little bleached out cat over here, his name is Garfield, and he wants to be a star apparently. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, whatever you picked is going to be a-okay. And
well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the obvious one, and then I'm going to do a just kind of a personal one. So the obvious one is I'm going to pick Ardor, because that's what we just recorded our entire mixtape that we released on. We did the entire thing using Ardor, just to It was one of the, we just, I mean, everything we used was open source on the new album, but Ardor was the multi-track recorder that we used. So that's my pick for music technology. But I also want to add my pick for a book would be cartooning, or great. Now I'm going to forget the actual name of it. Cartooning Philosophy and, oh my God, I'm forgetting it. So it's a book by Ivan Bernetti, and it's called Something and the Philosophy of Cartooning. Crap. Anyway. And I feel bad. The reason I pick it is because he has been a big influence on me over the past year when I discovered this book by him. And just this past week, I went down to Chicago and actually interviewed him for my American Bandito podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got to meet him, and he had a huge impact on my life, and I actually got to meet him. So I wanted to tout the book that he
So you've got a bookshelf right behind you. Is it on that bookshelf? Why don't you just reach back there and grab it?
I think it might be in my bag. Give me 2 seconds. It's in my bag.
No problem. We're gonna have Blocksonic cat videos while Tom is going. I don't know if we're gonna edit this out. Probably we'll edit it out of the audio. There's Garfield.
I was so very close.
Yeah.
Cartooning Philosophy and Practice is the name of the book.
Nice. And you got a nice visual there for the people that are on the video. All the videos, by the way, are going to be on my YouTube, unless Mike decides that he wants to have a Blocksonic YouTube channel. And if people don't want to do video for privacy or whatever, that's cool too. It's going to be like behind the scenes video. So, yeah.
So those are my picks. Sorry, I decided to go overboard and do 2 on your
that's super cool. Like again, a lot of people do that on other shows that they'll do too. So I'm going to save the one that I had told you, Tom, for another week, because the one that I'm actually going to do is time-based. So I want people to know about it before that it disappears. And the CC Community Music Awards, which is something that I founded but am no longer, at least at the moment, involved in, really, is doing they're calling them superlatives, but it's basically a vote. Well, it is a little bit different than the original, the Community Awards, which came out in June, I believe. The awards, which you guys won, was it Best Rock Track, Tom, or was?
I believe it was, yes.
Yeah, so I can confirm that here in just a second. But now through December 1st, you can go to ccmusicawards.com, and there's a link up at the top. It doesn't actually say the deadline on that page, which I am going to have to tell Mike or Dominic to put that on there for people. But I happen to know through sources that the voting is now through December 1st, and it's lots of sorts of things that well, some of them would be things you'd see on the Grammys or something. It's best debut album, best instrumental, best lyricism, best minimalist album, best atmosphere, best album art, best composition, best mixing, and that might be at best concept album. Those are the categories that you can vote on. And I don't know how these were picked. It's not like all the winners or all the nominees from the original awards that are slammed into every category. They've been curated a little bit. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure people had plenty of time to go and vote for that. And Tom, you guys are up for several of these.
Sweet.
Yeah, it looks like 5 different ones. Some of them didn't make a lot of sense, but best lyricism, that one's, there's lyrics. So best album art, again, there's album art.
Well, I feel like lyricism, like you don't hear it put that way very often.
Yes, yeah,
Like
no,
there's lyrics, I get that. I mean, I'm sure grammar wise, lyricism is probably correct. And also, I feel like Earth is going to win best atmosphere category. I'm not sure. Sorry, that was a bad pun.
yeah.
I couldn't help myself.
Earth, Wind, and Fire are the categories under that. Best composition is another one. Best mixing. So maybe they all do make sense for you guys. And best concept album. I'm not sure that you guys this is a concept album. Okay, I knew there was one that I was kind of was a head scratcher, but
then if it's for the newest one, it is a little bit.
Well, no, it's the Cool Ships and Heat Exchangers.
Oh, okay,
yeah. No, I agree that the mixtape there is a concept certainly on that, and you know if people vote for it, I'm not going to argue with them. But
yeah, that's cool. Vote for any of them. I'm good. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just I didn't know which one was being put in what category.
Yeah. So it's all I think these are all album categories. No, I take that back because well, for like best composition, it's the track. So I never wanted to say so all of the ones that have been curated are selected from the nominees that were presented in June. Oh. So it is all of that, but they've been sort of like chopped up. So like an instrumental track, it doesn't make sense to have in the lyricism category. Tracks with lyrics in it doesn't necessarily make sense to have. I mean, it depends on what they mean by best instrumental, because it could be the instrumentation behind the vocals, but I'm not actually sure. I know some of these that are picked on the instrumental are instrumental tracks. One of them, though, there's a song by Rally Root, Yes I Do. I thought that it's a little like 5-track EP. It's like pop folk. It's pretty good for what it is. But I think all those have lyrics, but maybe not. Maybe that's the one track that doesn't. Maybe it's a short little interlude or something, so they felt like they should include it.
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I wanted people to have a chance to vote. And I know that like so I sort of ran things for the original 2018 awards, and Dominic has taken over, and I think that not like hostile takeover, like right. But I abdicated the throne to Dominic. And
put it this way, you're here promoting it, so like, I don't think you would be doing that if it was right. a bad thing.
Yeah, for sure. And but yeah, so I think he would take feedback, if vote, but also just get involved. That was a big thing, a big reason in why I stepped down, because I have a certain network, and everybody in my network is busy. And so we weren't really able to get the people that we needed to make it what I wanted it to be. And so Dominic lives in California, and it's like younger than I am. He has a totally different network than I do. So hopefully he can make it everything that everybody wants it to be. So, and I'm still, I guess, kind of involved because BlockSonic still like hosts the website, and like we own the domain and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like on the board now, kind of, even though we don't have a board. I'm this figure lurking in the background. So ominously, perhaps. But yeah. So awesome. Well, thank you for your picks. I know that there's a lot of people in, that we've talked with over the years on Music Manumit that also do visual art. So hopefully that cartooning book will be useful to people.
Yeah. No, it's a great book. Helps you think about things very differently, regardless to creating stuff.
And I'll tell you, so you're not surprised when it happens, but I think I'm going to sort of intro each of these with a track by the artist. I haven't picked out one. So if you want one that you in particular want to have, you can just message me by whatever message you feel.
Yeah, do whichever one you like. I'll
leave
it up to you.
Maybe I'll pick the one that's up for the award, the never wanted to say. I think that's what I'll do. So.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Well, Tom, thank you so much for being the guinea pig here on
Yes.
blocPicks, and thanks everybody for watching and listening. This has been blocPicks on the Block Sonic Podcast Network. I don't know, it's Blockcast. Maybe I'll cut that out. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.